Good afternoon. I thought it'd be interesting to hear the perspective of my dear daughter, Shiloh. So, just, to hear what a child has been thinking about everything that's going on right now. Um, we haven't really discussed it into great detail.
No, we haven't. We just talked about it. She told me what was happening in the world right now, and we just left it at there. She told me that she was gonna ask me a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, she just wants to hear my perspective and see like what do I think about the situation.
Okay, so just start with telling people your name, your age, where you're from, just so they can have some context.
Okay, I'm Shiloh Pope. I am 10 years old, turning 11 in a couple months, and okay.
It's not a couple months.
Okay, okay, 6 months. And I'm 10 right now, and I live in Kissimmee, Florida.
Very nice. Thank you. So what do you know, or do you know who George Floyd is?
George Floyd was a 46-year-old man who died because three officers were kneeling. Well, one officer was kneeling on him. One white cop killed him. He was calling for his mom, and he was accused of selling a fake $20 bill, and somebody called the police, and he was kneeling on the ground calling. Yeah, he was crying, and then he died. So that's what I know about George Floyd.
Why did he die?
Because a white cop was kneeling on his neck, but there was 3 cops involved in it.
There was actually 4, because there was one that was just standing there. There were 3 that were on him, but one that was standing there and watching it and keeping people away.
Then who was recording it?
It was bystanders, people that were standing by watching, recording it, and you could also hear them telling them to stop. Did you watch the video, or have you watched clips of it? What have you seen?
I've seen them, like, I saw I really thought they weren't trying to, okay, sorry, but can you, like, give the guy CPR after he dies?
You can. Yep. So what happened was
It's too late now, what I'm saying.
I know, but I know what you mean. Like, right when it happened, the EMTs came to try to see what was going on with him, and the officer still didn't get off of him right away. So by the time they actually moved him, he was totally unresponsive. The thing would have been for the guy to just get off of him at any point. Had he gotten off of his neck, then it probably would have made the difference. That was the life or death part, was him, cutting off oxygen to his brain and cutting off his air supply.
Yeah.
By pushing the carotid artery. Like, that's a lot of how the oxygen is going to get to your brain and your heart. So that's what happened.
They could have given him CPR. I don't know why they didn't do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. By the time that they were able to start trying to administer any life-saving measures,
they should have just pushed him off. That's what I would have done. Just pushed him off. I would have pushed the cop off him, even though if I had to, like...
You mean as a bystander, or do you mean the people that were around videotaping?
If I was like one of the people who was like recording or like looking at what was happening around the area, I would have actually pushed the cop off and told him to like go or like do something.
So what if the cop would have then tried to do something to you? What is your reaction to that?
I don't know, actually. I would expect for people to stop, because like I'm a like little kid or whatever, so they would actually try to do something. But like a 46-year-old man, they're like, I don't understand. This is what I think. Like, they're like, oh my God, stop, just stop. But I think it was like a little girl or a little boy doing that. They would actually like try to pull him off or something.
You think they would have listened because you're a kid and you don't think people typically want to hurt kids?
No, yeah. Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. Well, I don't know if there were any kids around. I can't say confirm or deny that.
Yeah, but if I was like one of the kids, if I was like around the situation, I would actually push the cop off. And by the time, I think the cop, no, actually, never mind, forget that. I would actually push the cop, try to like actually like physically push the cop off him, not just tell him stop, because obviously the cop ain't listening to you. So I actually try to physically push him off, tell George Floyd to just stop, go, run, do something. So
You would push the cop off and tell George Floyd to run.
yes,
Well,
I feel
that
like
would have been an interesting situation. What I want you to know, I know this is me talking, we're supposed to be listening to you, but just so you are aware,
I feel like they would have
you
shot him.
are maybe 10, but you don't look 10.
I look like 13, 12.
So, what that means to me is that you are going to be looked at more maturely than what you are. People are going to treat you,
Like I'm like 12 or 13.
or even older, or whatever. The point is that they're not going to view you the way they would view a 10-year-old child, maybe of another race. Because when we talk about racism,
They mean
it even
like,
extends to, listen, it even extends to how our children are viewed, because it is assumed that you are going to develop quicker and have these thoughts of things that may not be good things quicker, or not even quicker, because it shouldn't necessarily be a thought, but that's how people will view you. That you may, saying all that to say, if you may have intervened, they may have not treated you like a child, which they should have,
yeah.
but they may not have. So you have to be careful what you do, because just because you're a girl and just because you're a child doesn't mean that people aren't going to treat you a certain way. Me and your dad have had plenty of conversations with your brothers about
this.
Yes, what they need to do and how they need to protect themselves, but we'll have to have more with you, because even though you're a girl
And little. Well, not really little, but
younger,
yeah.
you're not little, exactly. And so somebody may think something differently of you. So I need you to be aware of that. Okay, next question I was going to ask you about was, do you know of any examples or situations of discrimination or racism?
Yeah. Yes, actually, when I was in 3rd grade, I'm going to 5th grade right now. My teacher, I'm not gonna say his name clearly, but me and my friend, we were just sitting there. We were doing this like group centers meeting, and we were telling him like, oh my God, your face is turning like really red. And he was like, well, what? Oh my God, sorry. We were like, oh my God, why was your face so red? And he was like, well, why is your face so black? And then we called, and then my mom called the teacher the next day saying like, why would you say this, stuff like that, trying to understand why he would say something like that. And then he starts trying to explain himself like, oh, well, it was like a joke, like, I'm pretty sure it's not a joke when you're saying, why is your face so black? Like, you shouldn't be trying to, like, I don't know if he was trying to roast or something, but, like, I don't know what he was doing, but she talked to the teacher after, and, yeah, He was just trying to explain himself, and you shouldn't be trying to explain yourself, because you shouldn't even be trying to say that in the first place. We were just asking you a question. Like, his face was like turning like really red, and then he just starts saying something like racist, and it's not okay. It's not okay at all. So, yeah.
So, what do you understand racism to mean?
It means like when somebody like accuses that you did something because you're just because of the color of your skin, about how like if somebody's like running or something and you just get shot because you look like a criminal, about how you get accused if you're from the hood, or if you're gonna hurt somebody, if somebody's just gonna, if a black person is walking by you and you just think that they're gonna take your purse or something, or your wallet or something. Like, that's what racism is. You just accuse somebody because you're black. It just means that you're black, and it just means that you're black, and people think that you're gonna hurt them. That's what I think racism means.
You think other races can be racist? Other races can be racist.
I don't get what that, like, black people can be racist, is that what you mean?
Yeah, do you think black people can be racist? Do you think Asian people, Hispanic people, do you think?
Yeah, even a black person can, well, wait, no, black people can't be racist, technically.
Why?
I mean, well, they could.
No, just go back. Tell me why you said that.
Well, because I wouldn't say black people could be racist, but because I know I only said that because I know my dad said something like that before.
Oh, okay.
But
you don't know why.
No, not really. I mean, I think that they can be racist because they could do the other way around, about how white people are just gonna hurt somebody. Because technically, white people like could hurt somebody, but just accusing them of hurting them because a white cop put his knee on them, they think they're gonna do the same thing because of their skin. But a lot of white people are racist, so I'm not.
You think a lot of white people are racist?
Well, yes. Well, not like a lot. Like, some of them are racist, but like a lot of the population, white people do something really, really wrong, and they don't go to jail. They don't even go to jail. They just go to court, and then they're not guilty of anything, and then they just be free. So, really, yeah, they're racist. Some of them are racist.
So you think some white people are racist, but not all white people are racist?
No, like my aunt, she's not racist at all. So,
what do you? Okay, all right, that's fair. I'll just to come into your point about racism and maybe what your dad may have been saying about why black people can't be racist, because I believe in order for you to be racist, you have to have some sort of power or system attached to back up your racism, because otherwise it's just prejudice. I believe that you can be prejudiced as a black person and say, hey, do stereotypes or throw things out that, may be saying something about a race in general. But you can't really be racist because no one cares.
No one cares about what you're saying.
Exactly.
Doing.
There's no system in place to keep people or oppress people in any way, shape, or form. The system is in place that backs white people. So for that reason, just a term thing, I think you can be prejudiced, but I don't think you can be racist per se.
Okay.
So that may be what you heard or where he was coming from. Let's see. What else do I have for you? What do you think about the police?
Okay. About the police, or whatever, the judges, whatever. it doesn't. I feel like they're all the same thing. Police,
Judges?
ambulance, judges.
Wait, ambulance? No, those are medical professionals. What do they do? What did they do? What did
They help people. Sorry.
what?
Police, government,
Government.
judges.
Okay, so you're saying like the president.
Yeah.
What do you think about the president?
I'm not gonna. To begin, racist, idiotic, dumb.
Why do you think that?
Well, because the president is not doing anything about the coronavirus. He's just saying that he has control. He has control over it when he's not doing anything about it. He's basically telling them to drink bleach. He's basically telling them to drink bleach. I don't know what he told them to drink, but he's basically telling them to die. So he's not doing anything to help the situation at all. He's just making things worse. That's what I think. So.
Okay. And so when you say the judges, the police, the government, you're saying that as an entity, all of those things are racist?
Well, no, not all of the judges are racist. I'm saying, like, if we were in a situation where, like, a white person, let's say if like, a white person kills somebody and they just go up to court because, like, they have, before they even go to jail or whatever, they have to go to court first.
You go to jail first before you go to court. You don't go to prison. Right, but you go to jail first.
Yes.
And then you go to court.
And then you go to court to explain yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy was, like, jogging and he shot somebody because they thought they looked like a criminal. And that's what he told them. And they just let him run off free. And I don't know, he could be doing something really dangerous. He could have been doing something really dangerous. Like, as soon as they got let free, he could have killed, like, 3 more people if he really wanted to. And they could have kept saying he was free, and he was free, he was free, he was free. Like, I don't think it's just not fair. It's not fair at all. But as soon as a black person gets accused of doing something wrong, and if a white and a black person go together saying that a black person did something wrong, the judges are gonna, some judges are gonna think that the white person is right just because they're white, when they could have done something wrong too. So yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Okay. So finally, what suggestions do you have that you think might help people on either side, meaning white people and black people, to try to help the situation with race relations?
Well, yeah, sure. A white person, I just want to know your perspective on why would you want to hurt anybody? Why would you want to kill anybody? I just want to understand that. For black people, just keep supporting. Like I said, if you were to post this on Facebook, I would I'm gonna start posting on my Black Girl Magic Club. I haven't been posting on that in a while, so I will start posting on there. So I will start posting, I promise. But yes, black people, I say keep fighting, keep protesting, so people can actually listen to you and what you're saying, and just keep fighting for your freedom and how you can do anything, you can be anything, and just not die because of the color of your skin. So that's what I think. That's what I would say for black people. Keep fighting for your differences, and maybe somebody will listen and help support you.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Bye.